Honourable members, we turn to question 7, and we're only at question 7. Can I suggest we pick up the pace, please? Honourable Member, Mr Moorhouse.
Thank you, Mr President. I would like to ask the Minister for Infrastructure if we'll make a statement on the Summerland site.
Minister for Infrastructure, Mr Baker.
Thank you very much, and I thank the Honourable Member for Arbory, Malew and Castletown for his question. As I'm sure most Honourable Members are aware, at the present time the Summerland site is being used for site establishment and material storage linked to the Promenade construction contract. This will remain in place until the completion of the contract in 2021. The site is also on the market with an agent. Whilst the site is still being marketed, feasibility work centred on identifying possible development routes, funding options and likely delivery mechanisms on the strategic site is underway with both my department and the Cabinet Office. This site could play an important part in the island's economic recovery. There is an acknowledged need to move on with the development agency. However, I'm hopeful that we could do something more quickly for this site, perhaps by looking at alternative funding routes, risk sharing or a joint venture with the private sector. I hope to work with the Treasury Minister and his team and the Minister for Policy and Reform to accelerate this work, and look forward to trying to make something happen on this site which has long been a thorn in the island side. Thank you, Mr President.
Supplementary, Mr Moorhouse.
Thank you, Mr President. Thank you, Minister, for that optimism. The complex was demolished in 2005, and in less than 50 days' time, the site will have been on the market for a decade. Given the potential strategic importance of the site, could something additional to what you mentioned be considered? Potentially something like a design competition, which would bring in interest from around the world, create a vision, create renewed interest, and potentially a developer that might then recognise the immense potential of this unique site. Thank you, Mr President.
Minister to reply.
Thank you, Mr President. I welcome the creative ideas from the Honourable Member, and for his enthusiasm to see something positive happen on this site. It has been on the market for a long period of time, and clearly that's not a desirable thing. We need to find a deliverable solution for this site, and frankly, if having a design competition helps raise the profile of that site or create a vision, then that's great. But I think we need to be open to all options, think very creatively, have a can-do approach to finding what can work on that site. Ultimately, it's got to be viable for someone to develop, and I would really use this opportunity to highlight the opportunity there for those who are interested and have credible plans or concepts that are well thought through to come forward, and we will be definitely open to look for solutions and ways of making something positive happen on that site, because as Mr Thomas reminded us yesterday, it's about action, not words.
Honourable Member, Mr Shimmons.
Thank you very much, Mr President. I'd like to ask the Minister, given all the competing priorities and challenges that his department faces, and the length of time that this site and others have lain vacant, blotting our landscape, is it not now the time for the Department of Infrastructure to give up responsibility for this and pass it to Manx Development Agency so we can get on and regenerate this site and others in a professional manner and not wait another decade? Thank you.
Minister.
Thank you, Mr President. I'm not aware that the Manx Development Agency is in a position to have the site passed to it right now. I'm not clear enough in my own mind exactly what the Manx Development Agency is empowered to do right now, whether it has the ability to take it. So if it does, then I'm happy to engage with that conversation. Clearly, it's very easy to see the problem, which is that nothing has happened so far. Manx Development Agency may be a solution to it. I'm open to all ways forward. My interest is in seeing something positive happen on that site that's appropriate and that leaves a long-term positive legacy for the Isle of Man And if it's through a development agency, if it's through a special purpose vehicle, frankly, I think we should be open to all potential options and consider each on its own merits. It's very clearly available to the market, and if people have got credible propositions, let's hear them and let's try and make something happen.
Final supplementary, Ms Edge.
Thank you, Mr President. Does the Minister not agree that there's been quite a few credible options come forward, but there wasn't really a vehicle for that opportunity with some developers? But the question I'd like the Minister to confirm, when is the DOI going to vacate the site so it is completely available, and is it going to be the whole site or is it the reduced site that's been created? And is the Minister still marketing the site?
Minister to reply.
Thank you very much, Mr President. I thank the Honourable Member for her question, and I'm aware that there have been various concepts and options that have been considered over the years. I'm not aware of any of them getting to a final stage or something that was deliverable, and I don't know the reasons why things haven't happened to date. Frankly, I want to look forward. I want to see something happen. It is in use right now for the prom for storage and materials. There's a sign up there. If somebody's interested in it, we will move to deliver a solution as quickly as is possible. Whether it's the part of the site, the whole site, I'm completely open to explore. We have to find something more positive for Summerland, and I believe that by working with the Minister for Enterprise and the Treasury Minister, that will give us the best chance of achieving something out of this. And I would love to think that it's all going to happen so quickly that it's going to be before the DOI doesn't need the site any longer for the prom. That would be a very nice problem to have. Thank you, Mr President.